Welcome back to Grace Meets Globe. Today, we're uncovering the world of airport security. Knowing these insider secrets can make your travel days a whole lot smoother. So buckle up and get ready for a whirlwind tour of airport security, Grace Meets Globe style. Let's talk about those random security checks. Ever feel like you're always the one getting pulled aside? They might not be as random as you think. Certain behaviors can increase your chances of getting flagged. Security is about identifying potential threats. Deviating from the norm attracts extra attention. Arriving last minute or looking anxious can flag you. Ever been in an airport and heard an announcement that made you go, huh? Airport security uses a lot of codes and jargon. Some codes communicate discreetly about potential security concerns. For example, Code Adam is used if a child goes missing. It's a discreet way to initiate a search. Code Bravo indicates a general security alert. This could mean increased security measures and potential delays. Let's be real. Nobody enjoys standing in long security lines. Be prepared and know the drill. Dress for success. Airport Security Edition. Avoid metal items like belts or shoes with steel toes. Opt for slip-on shoes and stash valuables in your carry-on. Familiarize yourself with the TSA's 311 rule for liquids. Keep your quart-size bag easily accessible. Next stop, we explore the truth about TSA PreCheck. Okay, let's talk about TSA PreCheck, the holy grail of airport security. If you're a frequent traveler like me, it's worth its weight in gold. But what exactly is it? And is it really worth the hype? Essentially, TSA PreCheck is a trusted traveler program that allows you to go through an expedited security line. This means you can usually keep your shoes, belt, and light jacket on, and you don't have to take your laptop or liquids out of your bag. It's a total game changer, especially during peak travel times. Now, to be eligible for TSA PreCheck, you'll need to apply online and go through a background check and fingerprinting process. There's a fee involved, but many travel credit cards offer statement credits that can offset the cost. Why you should never joke about security. You're standing in that endless security line, feeling a little stressed and impatient, and sometimes it can be tempting to crack a joke to lighten the mood. But trust me on this one, when it comes to airport security, it's always best to err on the side of caution and keep the jokes to yourself. Airport security is serious business, and making light of it can have serious consequences. Even seemingly innocent jokes about bombs, weapons, or hijacking can land you in hot water with the authorities. Remember, security personnel are trained to take every threat seriously, and they're not going to risk your joke being anything but. The last thing you want is to miss your flight or, even worse, end up on a watch list because of a poorly timed joke. The hidden cameras you don't see. Let's talk about airport surveillance. Because, believe it or not, those blinking cameras you see hanging from the ceiling are just the tip of the iceberg. Airports are equipped with a vast network of hidden cameras, sensors, and facial recognition technology that most travelers are completely unaware of. These hidden cameras are strategically placed throughout the airport, from check-in counters and baggage claim to security checkpoints and even restrooms. They're designed to monitor activity, track passenger movement, and identify potential security threats. Now, I know what you're thinking. Big Brother is watching. And while it's true that the level of surveillance in airports can feel a bit intrusive, it's important to remember that it's there for our safety. Ever wonder what happens to all those items that get confiscated at airport security? We're talking about everything from pocket knives and water bottles to lighters and snow globes. Well, the truth is, it depends on the airport and the specific item. In some cases, confiscated items are destroyed or auctioned off. Yep, you read that right. Auctioned off. There are actually websites and even brick-and-mortar stores that specialize in selling items that have been confiscated at airports. Talk about a unique shopping experience. Other times, confiscated items might be donated to charity or reused by airport staff. For example, some airports donate confiscated toiletries to homeless shelters or use confiscated luggage as storage containers. The best time to go through security. Timing is everything, especially when it comes to navigating the airport. If you're strategic about when you go through security, you can often avoid the dreaded rush hour and breeze through with minimal wait times. Generally speaking, the busiest times at airport security are early morning, lunchtime, and evenings. This is when most flights are departing and arriving, so it makes sense that the security lines would be longer during these times. If you're flexible with your travel plans, try to book flights that depart during off-peak hours, like mid-morning or late afternoon. You'll likely encounter shorter lines and less overall chaos. How to avoid extra screening. While some things are beyond our control, there are definitely steps you can take to minimize your chances of being flagged for extra screening. Remember, airport security is all about identifying potential threats, so the key is to blend in and avoid raising any red flags. One of the easiest ways to avoid extra screening is to simply be prepared and organized. Make sure you have all your necessary documents easily accessible, like your boarding pass and ID. Keep your liquids and electronics separate and ready to go. Another tip is to dress appropriately. Avoid wearing anything that could set off the metal detectors, like belts with large buckles or jewelry. And steer clear of clothing with offensive slogans or images that could draw unwanted attention. Ever get the feeling you're being watched at the airport? Ever get the feeling you're being watched at the airport? Well, you probably are. And it's not just the cameras. Airports employ specially trained officers whose sole job is to observe passenger behavior and identify potential security threats. They're like the human lie detectors of the airport world. These officers are trained to spot subtle cues and behaviors that might indicate nervousness, deception, or malicious intent. They might observe things like your body language, facial expressions, and even how you interact with other people. Now, before you start feeling paranoid, it's important to remember that behavioral detection officers are not out to get you. They're simply an extra layer of security to help keep us safe. I hope you found these airport security secrets helpful. Remember, a little knowledge can go a long way in making your travel days smoother and less stressful. And who knows, maybe you'll even impress your fellow travelers with your newfound airport wisdom. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Grace Meets Globe for more travel tips and adventures. I'm always on the lookout for new and exciting destinations to explore, and I love sharing my experiences with you. Safe travels, everyone!